makes 8. That's awesome.
Wow.
So if you guys, I don't know if you can see it or not, but Lee let us know that 2 of the kits were used. Lee, let's if you will get me
Yeah.
Facebook message me your address, I'll mail you 2
Yeah.
replacement kits, because that's one of the big things. If you're kind of seeing this for the first time, not only do we give out the kits, we also make sure that as they're used, they're replaced. Man, that's awesome. So yeah, if you will either text me or Facebook message somehow, give me your address and I'll get you 2 kits replaced.
That's
Um,
awesome.
so yeah, so with that delivery, it was to and his is a volunteer fire department. And I mean, they do their area was massive, but then we also did to the Stevens County Sheriff's Department,
Mm.
and then we did to their EMS. And Lee, you'll actually appreciate this. So this was not the easiest of tasks, but one of the things that we did is I found the badges for all the departments that we donated to, and we have it
Oh,
posted here on our website. And the Stevens County, the EMS, and several of them, and it's really small on the big
yeah.
screen. But we have your badge, or your badges,
That's
posted on our
awesome.
website as one of the beneficiaries, for lack of a better term.
Wow. Yeah,
So
thanks for letting us know that you used it so we can send those back out to you. We don't want any first responders that are giving these kids to hold on to them because they're afraid to use them, that they got this quality stuff. We want you to use. That's the whole point of
yep,
having it, is
yep.
using it.
So Lee, if you're still with us, I'm curious, would you consider kit 1 and kit 2 you use, would you consider that a life-saving event? So if it is, then that makes it where we are at 8 lives saved. So if you'll
Yeah.
answer, and then Lee he's the chief of the rural fire department.
Okay.
And then they had several others, but just an amazing team over there.
Wow.
And the fact that I don't even know, I mean, the fact that somebody in Georgia found
I
us,
know.
right?
Yes.
So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the
Okay.
kits first
Okay.
thing. So what we have is Refuge Medical is this is a company out of Oklahoma, and I don't know that I've let you know this. So they are making us a project tribute IFAC.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's the same that they just put it on their website, and they're packaging this, and their goal is for everything to be American made. The tourniquet's the only thing that is a
Gotcha.
patented item, but everything else is they're sourcing it and then they're making it in Oklahoma. They are
That's
like
awesome.
these kits, the ones like the 70 that we've got
Yeah.
that will have Project Tribute. They're
That's
packaged
awesome.
here in Oklahoma. So we bought 70 more kits on the way along with the 500, and they'll have Project Tribute, and then on there it'll have if a first responder uses a kit, to contact us. That way it's very
Good.
clear on the packaging. Hey,
Just like what's happening,
Yeah.
you don't have to wait for a Facebook Live to find out if it's used.
Yeah. And
Good.
that's
Good.
really how this has played out. How I've learned of the 6 lives saved is just at Sunfest, as a matter of fact, and then at the
Wow.
at the festival at Community Center, same
Yep.
thing. So in the kits, and you may not
Yeah.
have you seen all the stuff in the kits yet?
No, because
Okay.
it's all air sealed. And so
Yeah.
I was just looking at all of this. Yeah,
So
that's in here.
You have the tourniquet, and then in our kits it will be the orange tourniquet.
Mhm.
And so that is just your standard Cat 7. And one of the things is that Cat 7, North American Rescue's tourniquet's kind of like the Nike of tourniquets. There's other ones out there, but this is kind of
Interesting.
recognized as
Okay.
the one. The marker is to mark the time.
So this is whenever you're bleeding. So you'll put it around your limb that's bleeding and tighten it to
Yep.
help stop the bleed. And then you mark it up on the time that you started
Yep.
that process.
Yeah. So kind of how to work, and I hope this isn't too loud, but I've got a cut on my arm. I then tighten it really, really tight until I'm screaming. And then you tighten it further with the windlass. And I learned this from Mr. John McSox McGavin. And then it'll lock in place. Then you write the time.
Oh,
with the marker that's already in the kit.
That's good.
Yep.
Good.
Because what happens is when they get to the next level of care, because that's all this kit is designed to, is to get them to the next level of care, right? Then the emergency room knows, okay, this has been on for 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever.
Wow.
And if you ever watch any videos where the law enforcement, ambulance, whatever has applied a tourniquet, they'll a lot of times call on the radio tourniquet applied at whatever time as well. That way it's in the call logs. But yeah, so then you've got the tourniquet, and that is really the mainstay, the biggest item that we've got in here.
And then there's like gauze, wound
so
packaging,
so
things like that.
Gauze, what that's for is if you have a puncture wound, it's
right.
The gauze is in a Z, and it's so you can pack the wound.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Then they call it the ETD dressing, but it's like a compression bandage. it's same thing. It's so you fill the bullet hole or whatever it is with the Z-Pack gauze, and you put that over it. So then it's the equivalent of something pushing on there and keeping it.
Got it.
2 pairs of gloves, and then
2 gloves.
The Refuge Medical made their own instructions that will come in these new kits that we've got. These kits will have, I think, that exact instructions.
Nice. Good. And then the blanket, the warming blanket.
Yep.
That's good.
That's for shock.
Yep.
And then you've got the trauma shears as well. Because like with mine, you want my thick shirt out of the way.
Yeah.
Right.
These are nice.
Yeah. And so that's the neat thing is, like, I had to open one of the kits. We had somebody that was overdosing at my office in downtown Tulsa, and I needed a pair of gloves.
Wow.
So I was able to open the kit just to get some gloves just for my safety.
Yeah.
So the kits have a lot of different uses, both same patient, delayed transport after incident, definitely played a tremendous part in life-saving measures. One used by me and another by the deputy. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so 7 lives saved. So both on the same patient. Hey, Lee, thank you for being there. I mean, that's awesome. Thank you for putting in the request, and that allowed you to have the tools that you needed. So what an amazing testament.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome. So
both saved. Both kits were used on the same person. Good. Yep. Good that I was able to get them there. Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, you watched it live of us learning of one. So yeah,
we get to update our Facebook profile picture and say 7 lives saved.
That's true.
Wow.
So tell us about this weekend. So Saturday,
okay.
11 to 1.
Yep, 11 to 1. We're going to have 3 different locations because we have 500 kits. The Lyon Foundation provided us a grant to be able to purchase 500 of these, which actually cost more than what they gave us. They gave us 26. How much did they give us?
Yeah, so the Lyon Lyon Foundation gave us $22,000.
22. Okay.
And then Refuge Medical reached out and they said, "Hey, I like what you're doing, and we want to be partners with this. How can we help?" And I said, "Well, I can't. I need these kits to be at this price." And they said, "Done." Yep. So they discounted. I mean, I think the discount was $9,000, but they also didn't charge shipping, and they're not charging us shipping moving forward. Right. Awesome. So I mean, you could say between $9,000 and $10,000 is their discount. Each of these kits is, if you were to go buy this, which they're accessible to the public or like to the first responders, it's $60. So that's $30,000 of kits that we were able to get without.
That's awesome.
Anybody having to spend a dime. We were able to connect several partners together to then put this out there.
And that's the whole point of this foundation, is to be able to do that, to give back. So the need comes to us, and we really wanted to serve the surrounding counties that are around us. We're in Washington. And so we've got, like I said, the surrounding counties. So to serve all of those first responders, crunched some numbers and got the amount, got it funded. And so Saturday we will be distributing those, and we'll have 3 different pickup locations, again, to serve each of those tri-counties. So that's going to be Osage County, Washington County, and Nowata County. We'll have pickup stations there, and our information is, we have an event on Facebook, and you can reach out to us. You can comment too. We can talk about those as well, but there'll be a pickup station at each of those from 11 to 1, where you'll just come up and you'll just say, "Hey, I'm a first responder. Show us your, credentials." Yep. I mean, literally, you can come in uniform, show us. Anything you have to prove that you're a first responder.
If you're in one of the department vehicles, if you have a T-shirt, honestly, if you show me a photo of you in firefighter gear fighting a fire, I mean, we're not asking for anything too crazy. Just just
your blood type and your firstborn. And
I can't
we're not doing that. We want to make it as simple as we can to get this, just to thank you for everything that you do for us, and just to help keep you and your team safe, and us as well, just the citizens and general population. So as easy as we can make this, we are trying to come to you as well. That's why we did the different pickup locations. So it's kind of perfectly mapped out. If you time it all, it's about an hour. There's 3 different places, all in an hour span. I think that was it was 60 miles apart.
Yeah, 40,
something like
40
that.
40 to Pawhuska and 20 to Nowata. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So again, trying to come to you, but I mean, 500's a lot. So that was also, we've been working on this for 4 months.
We made the initial conversations back in December.
Okay. Oh, wow. Feels like it's been longer, because there's just been so much talk about how to purposefully go about this in the best way that we can. Yep. So we're super excited to get this out and get the word out there. And even if you're not a first responder and you just want to come and pay tribute, you just want to come and volunteer and be a part of it, just to stand there and say thanks. I mean, that's all that we're doing as well. So we are wanting to have at least 5 volunteers at each station, and we've pretty well got that covered. But I mean, a lot of those really are just being there just to show our support and just to thank them for their service. So if that is something you wanted to come be a part of too, and even just to check it out, if you haven't been to the headquarters, it'll be open here. Do you want to tell them our location?
Yeah. So we're here in Bartlesville, the Project Tribute Foundation. You should be able to Google map it.
It does. It pulls up.
Yeah. Oh, does it really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because that's what I do for all of our meetings. Yeah.
So
4200
Southeast Adams Road.
Nice.
Suite B. And it's also on our website. Now, what if you're watching this and you're not a first responder? It's still incredibly helpful for us if you have an uncle that is a firefighter or a police officer or a game warden, anything like that. Give them a call and make sure that they know about this. What we found is I sent out several hundred text messages on Friday, and a lot of the folks that I spoke with over the weekend, they don't have Facebook. And so it's very, very hard to find a lot of these volunteers. That or they have 3 or 4 jobs. And that's the reason we exist, is to try to get gear in the hands of first responders. Our focus is the small towns. So
if you're in Washington, Osage, or Nowata County, you qualify to come receive.
I'm not acknowledging that comment.
Hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it, Lee.
10 saved and I got to shave the beard. I don't know. I don't know on that one.
We could at least do something to it.
I mean, that just feels like somebody's going to get intentionally hurt.
Hey,
the number's moving. That's one. Whoever you just joined, thank you and welcome to the Project Tribute Foundation. We're a hot mess over here, and we're not touching John's beard.
Lee, if it was you that liked it, it's about dang time. Oh my word.
So, if you're just now joining us, March 11th from 11 to 1, which is this Saturday, we are handing out 500 of these Refuge Medical Bleed kits. And that's a partnership with Refuge Medical and funded by the Lyon Foundation, LYON. The kits have a tourniquet and several other items, $60 in value. So $30,000 worth of gear we want to put in the hands of first responders this Saturday. And all they need to do, if they serve in Washington County, Nowata County, or Osage County, come to either the Osage County Sheriff's Office Training Facility in Pawhuska. Hey, Josiah. Awesome, brother. Nice.
Hey.
Allison's excited to see you.
It was Josiah that liked it. I'm so excited. He told me that you're coming on Saturday. I'm so excited. I said, hey, I know him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, again, bleed kits. You can pick up at the Osage County Sheriff's Office. It's the training center behind there. We may actually, Life Flight or Air Evac Ponca City might be landing. And one of our very own, our advisory board chair, Jared Gorman, is potentially going to be on the helicopter if it's able to land. And that's depending on, calls and weather and all that stuff. But we may be able to see Jared in his wonderful helicopter. Cool. That would be cool. And the Boy Scouts. So Boy Scouts are going to be covering, James Brown and the Boy Scouts are going to be covering the Pawhuska site. I will be here, or I guess technically I'm supposed to be out and about.
He's floating.
Yeah. So Allison will be here for sure. And then James Wathen is I think he's going to be here. And then we've got a gentleman named Billy that's going to be over in Nowata.
Yep. Nowata Fire Station.
Yep. At the Nowata Fire Station, Saturday from 11 to 1. We're trying to get donuts or just some kind of food. It won't be anything big, but just a simple way to say thank you. So again, if you want to be at either of those 3 places to just be present and to say thank you to your volunteers, we could use your help.
Absolutely.
So what about ways to help fund other?
Yeah, you were just telling me you've got a couple of other requests in, and you don't have to provide anything. You just tell us what the need is, and that's what we're here for. We know that you have to pay for a lot of the equipment for first responders yourselves. So we're helping, we're wanting to give back in this way. So you just put in the request that, there's an item you're wanting to purchase, and it was getting closer to $300,000 in requests. And so if you wanted to support any of those specifically, I know that there's fundraising pages on Facebook, but if you wanted to do a general donation, to help us out as well, we now have a text to give platform, and it's on the screen. You can also text bleed kit to that number, and it'll get you into the campaign there for the bleed kit. So even if you can't show up that day, but you want to be able to be supportive of what we've got going on this Saturday, that's a great way to do it as well. We also have our merch shop too. I think doesn't it send you the link to the website?
It does,
it says something with that.
It does.
Yeah. So you can go in and you can look at merch on there too if you wanted to support us in that way as well.
So you've been part of this for a decent amount of time now.
Yearish.
A yearish.
A little over a year.
In your
year and a half.
time here, how much money has been given to anybody at all?
Me for being here?
0. Now, have you ever, you've sat through all of our board meetings and you've seen our finances.
Yeah.
What about payroll? Do we have any payroll? 0.
Payroll. I can't tell you how many times this event, just planning this project bleed kit distribution, I'm like, we should do this. And John just said, okay, great.
Your budget is $0.
It's like a nightmare, like haunts me. Every time I want to do anything, I hear your budget is $0.
Yeah. So that's the big thing to me, is that if you're thinking about looking for a cause to donate to, we have never paid out money to anybody, not in expense reimbursement, not payroll, not
this John bought this with his own money. We were looking at it one night, or you saw it and you pulled it up, and I said, yes, those things are so cool. I love those. And he's like, I think I'm just going to buy it. So like stuff like this, like John spends his own money on it. Don't think that you're going to text bleed kit and then he's going to use that money to buy one of these things. It's
and I don't know. Have you played around on the new website?
Yes, I have.
So one of the things, because I'd like transparency, and I want to make sure that people know exactly where their money is going towards. And so one of the things, when I was working with the web designer, he laughed at me, and I told him, no, I'm being very serious. I want my money, my finances up on there. So if you go to the transparency tab, payroll is right there, 0. And the reason we show a $3,000 profit last year is because a bill hit in January that should have hit in December. Another benefit of Refuge Medical is it's hitting very, very quick to whenever it's paid. But right here is our financial statements. We have a third-party group, the Prospective Advisors. By the way, they have donated a year's worth of services to us, which has been just phenomenal. That's helped us really reach out for better grants and such. But so this is our year-to-date. I don't have the February numbers yet, but if you'll notice,
tax season.
Well, yeah. There's our income. So far in 2023, we've earned $24,000, and it shows gross profit. But then we spent $24,000, and then we had just our basic operational expense. But under here, we don't have payroll, we don't have reimbursements. It's just
whatever. We're a nonprofit.
A true nonprofit that ran at negative $1,800. So if you look at where we are from last year to this year, we're still $1,200 profit. That'll change this month, but that's how we fund most of the stuff through the retail store. Last month we had just shy of $1,000. This month we're already pretty close to that too. So we do have a great selection on our store.
Will you tell them, I know you're in the middle of the financial stuff, but will you tell them the amount of requests funded and provided this year already as comparison to last year?
Yeah. So if you count for the 500 bleed kits, we are already at $30,000 with just the bleed kits. And then I had a commitment made from another group that was it'll be $20,000. So that's $50,000 of commitments. I'm just waiting for that $20,000 check to come. So yeah, that's $50,000 of gear by March, basically. In our lifetime up until this moment, we had put $60,000 of gear in the hand. So we're about to exceed.
That's awesome.
In 3 months, what we've done in our lifetime, basically.
That's awesome.
Yep.
When was this founded in 2020 or 2019?
So I filed all the paperwork in December 2020, and then we received the 501c3 in 2021. So we really are in our second year. Yeah. So in 2 years, we've been able to account for 7 people being alive and $60,000 of gear. And I would venture that 7's probably a higher number. We just don't know about it. I mean, we wouldn't have known about tonight. I mean, that's literally how it plays out, is you go public and then all of a sudden you find out. So the agency request form, if you are an agency looking to, hey, we need stuff, it's very, very quick. It's just, what's your name? What do you need?
Yeah.
I mean, nothing really much to it. I don't run out of agencies needing things, though. I am struggling with donors.
Yes.
So if you work for an organization that they pay a contribution for your time volunteering, come see us this Saturday 11 to 1. It's easy. We're just here handing out the kits. It's going to be, hey, are you a first responder? Here's your kit.
Yep.
So solid, quick, easy way to
give
come
you a
volunteer.
Donut.
Oh yeah, and come get a donut. You're going to get that taken care of?
Yes.
Okay, cool. If you work for Pops, then we're about to make a big donut order. And then also, if you want to like donation request, here is all of our requests. So if you're sitting on, hey, I won the lottery and I have $700 that I want to donate, then right there you could say, hey, I want to fund the Brushy Fire Department, and so then I'm able to say, okay.
I love that so much. Oh, I know someone from Butler County Sheriff. I'm gonna give $100 to that. I love that.
Don't promise things you're not going to do.
That was in quotes.
Oh, okay.
I had air quotes up on the.
So yeah, so it allows us to be pretty transparent about where we're at. And at this point, I've got several requests that aren't on the board. So we're at about $300,000. And if you think about it, we've got 6,000. What's the number right now? 6,400. So what's that times $5? So that's $30,000 a month.
Wow, quick math.
So in 10 months, I could have all of our requests filled if everybody that's a Facebook follower would just donate $5 a month.
How would I give $5 right now? Text Bleed Kit.
Yep. So
to 918.
And it's got the option on there to make that a monthly donation or a weekly, or if you really want to get wild, a daily donation. But so text Bleed Kit to 918-856-3977. And 100% of your donations going towards fulfilling any of those requests.
Yeah.
Again, we don't have payroll. We don't have high operating expenses. One of the ways that we pay for operating expenses is our retail store. And so we've got it online. I do have some stuff here. So if you're going to come see us Saturday, I've got some shirts that have the Project Tribute logo, and we've got some of our original stores too, or shirts. But we've got anything from the thin blue line, the first responder flag. This is the same logo that's on my cup. So I don't know.
They're nice quality too. They feel really nice. If you even wanted to come see them here in person, just to get a feel for the material, you can. We have them here in house, but
yep. Yeah, all the fabrics are either Bella Canvas or Next Level Apparel. Soft. Yeah, it's good quality gear. I mean, it's
that like tri-blend, so it's not just like the scratchy cotton.
Yep. Also, if there's a logo that you want that you don't see on here, I'll put a logo on any of the shirts. So if you've got an idea, give us a holler and we'll get it up on the website. All right, we're at 25 minutes. What else do you want covered since you're in charge of this?
Yikes.
So the Project like Bleed Kit distribution, March 11th from 11 to 1.
Yep.
We're going to do it at Pawhuska.
Oh, where at? Oh, okay. I was like, what? Okay. Jesus Christ. It's almost 8:00. I haven't had dinner yet. Where at? My house. Everybody. Okay, so we're going to have 3 different locations for pickup in all the surrounding counties, Washington, Osage, and Nowata. One of the pickup locations is going to be here at the Project Tribute Foundation. It's right across from Arvest and RCB over by Walmart. So that's here in Bartlesville. The next one is the Nowata Fire Station, and that's in Nowata at the fire station. And then the other one is in Osage County. So that's going to be in Pawhuska. That is the Osage County Sheriff's Office Training Center. It's there like in the sheriff's area, but there's like a sign as you're driving up on the road to the building. It'll say Training Center. I Google mapped it because was like, I needed to see what the layout looked like.
Yep.
To be able to do this. So weather permitting, I'll probably be outside with a table. You'll see signs, you'll see people, you'll see cars. Stuff like that. If not, it might rain because it's Oklahoma. We don't know. They might be inside of the buildings. But either way, they'll be there from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And you have to come in person to get it and show that you're a first responder. If you can't make it, you can call us afterwards, put in a request, let us know. We really want to get this to all of the first responders here in the Tri-County area. We understand if you can't be there in person, but we really just do need to verify that you're a first responder and that everybody is getting one of them. We don't want you to stockpile it and then, 5 other people can't. Yep. They miss out on getting one. So just let us know if you can't make it, and we'll try to set up, a meeting, a location or something like that we can get that to you guys. So that's what we're doing this Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yep. So I think we'll do another live on Friday.
Sweet.
I don't know if you're available. I'm going to try to do one. And then we'll also broadcast throughout. if you come see us at any of the sites, please take lots of photos.
Yeah.
That way we can
tag us.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have Channel 6 for sure. The Examiner. I've reached out to the radio as well.
This guy Josiah, whoever he is.
Yep. Josiah's gonna be there filming
Productions.
Too. Yeah. So it's a great opportunity. And this is our goal is to utilize this event to help us with bigger grants and to show credibility. And so if you work for a company, an organization, especially if you're a bigger company or one that's got more than just Oklahoma size, more than likely you can search in their nonprofit database and find us, and you can sponsor us on a grant. You can sponsor us through company match donations. You can text Bleed Kit to 918-856-3977. You can donate on Facebook. You can also do a Facebook fundraiser for us on, for example, your birthday. And then what else? There's PayPal, Venmo.
There's good old fashioned cash. We're here in person. You're open every Saturday.
Yep.
We have a mailing address,
and we'll have donation
take
boxes
your money
at each of the sites too. That way, if you want to, if you're, want to help, or if you want to come and write a check to sponsor one of the, one of these other departments. And as always, if you have any questions, projecttributefoundation@gmail.com, or you can just go on our website and all of our information's there. All righty. I think that's it. We're going to call it a night.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.